Hello, YouTube. We have a spicy video for you today. We have new updates, a big update actually to our tree as a survival hunter. And I'm gonna today go through the patch notes to talk about it. And then, of course, show you my new two builds that actually are viable to play. Because, spoiler alert, I think Pack Leader is one of them. It seems like, from what I've gathered, only this today. I mean, everything released today is Wednesday, October 23rd in Europe. And I believe, I haven't tried it yet, but there is talk about playing either Pack Leader or Sentinel, and go to different bit. You already get spoiled here a little bit how you play it or what talents you go for. But we're gonna go for patch notes first. So let's see, patch notes. We have first a small thing changing to our hunter tree over here, the left side. We have a new talent, Death Blow. I'm sure you've heard of it before if you played hunter for a few years. You have kill command / aim shot. For us, kill command has a 10% chance to grant Death Blow. Death Blow, the cooldown of kill shot is reset. Your next kill shot can be used on any target regardless of their current health. We've kind of had this before, but it was removed when they... I don't think we've had it in this side at least. It was embedded in the spec tree, and I think Sikkim did that, but now it's just empowering the Death Blow even further. But basically you have a chance to get a free kill shot whatever the target's health is, which is pretty good. And instead, improved kill shot has been removed. I think the improved kill shot was over here, and that just gave it more damage. So big change. I like that they've moved it over here, and it should be a baseline thing because they're talking about it too. Every spec has some sort of kill shot reset, so why not just put it in the class tree instead of the spec tree? That's all for the overall things, and then you can see there's a lot of changes to Dark Ranger. I'm not gonna go through that. We're not playing Dark Ranger since we're not either MM or BM, but we have a small change here to Pack Leader and Sentinel. Scattered Prey, duration increased to 20 seconds, 15 seconds, and I believe that's the scattered. Which one is it? I'm confused now. Anyway, it's an increased duration of one of the talents. We can check it out later. And the Lunar Storm's visual effects have been updated. That's interesting. I haven't seen that. We can check that out later. And then there's a lot of changes to Beast Mastery. I'm not gonna go through that. There's a lot of changes to MM. I'm not gonna go through that. But you're welcome to... I mean, I can do it in another video, but not this one. Here we are only for survival, you know? And then we have a lot of stuff for survival as well. And let's go right to it. Ruthless Marauder. Let's put it over here so you can see it. Ruthless Marauder has been redesigned, and that's the this one, the effect that comes from after Fear of the Eagle. So Fear of the Eagle's damage is increased by 10%, and damage from Fear of the Eagle has a 20% chance to generate a stack of Tip of the Spear. This is actually huge, I believe. The 20% chance to generate a stack of Tip of the Spear. I like the way they're going with this, because I have felt a lot that it's a bit repetitive with... there's too many kill commands in the rotation, because you want the Tip of the Spear bonus, which is kill command increase the direct damage of your other spells by 15%. You can have 3 stacks of that, but it's not stacking the damage, it's just that you can use it on 3 spells. So it's nice to generate, extra stacks from just pressing a good cooldown, because, it's 45-second cooldowns, and I don't think they redesigned it so you don't can lower the cooldown on it. So it's 45 seconds, and with it you actually maybe get 2 or 3 stacks even, and then you can just pump up pump out more damage afterwards, because as they mentioned afterwards here, when Fury of the Eagle ends, your haste is increased by 8% for 10 seconds. And it's now a 1-point talent. It was a 2 before, so now it's just you take it, you get all the stuff, and it's good. Oh yeah, oh sorry, this one is a 1-point talent. It was a 2-point talent before. I'm not gonna go through that. It was different before, but I like the new one, and I like that you get a lot of haste from it. And yeah, it looks like a good, engage to your cooldowns. You press Fear of the Eagle and then go maybe Coordinated Assault, combined with a few bombs, and then you have so much haste, and that's why I think people are playing the 2-minute cooldown instead of the 1 minute, because you get more haste from this, and then you can combine it with Fear of the Eagle. Merciless Blows has been redesigned, and this is this one, and that's because Butchery has actually been redesigned too. They mentioned it lower, but basically Butchery is not 3 stacks as it was before, and you had to press it a lot to spread your dots and all that stuff. Instead, it's now attacks all nearby enemies in a flurry of strike, inflicting damage to nearby enemies and some damage over 8 seconds. Deals reduced damage beyond 5 targets, and reduce the remaining cooldown of Wildfire Bomba 3 seconds for each target hit, up to 15 seconds. And that's basically a full charge for every Butchery you press. But you only have one, so you press it, you get a new bomb, and then you can focus on other stuff. And the Merciless Blows that they mentioned is now casting Butchery cause affected target to bleed. And I think that's the bleed that's being mentioned, right? Maybe not. It's actually a double one. Not 100% sure there. So that's nice. You get a big bleed from Butchery, and you don't have to worry about doing the spreading of the Serpent Sting that much. I'm actually not sure. You spread it with this one. But why aren't we... let's go through all the stuff. It's still a bit new to me. I might do an updated video after I played this for a few weeks to see how it goes. But yeah, Merciless Blow has been redesigned. Sikkim has now been updated, and that's because of the Death Blow we just talked about. So it increases the chance to get a kill shot, and it makes it so kill shot strikes 2 additional target. Very good in M+. So that's nice. Exposed Flank has been updated. Now empowers your next kill command to deal 50% increased damage, strikes 3 targets, and generate a tip of the spear stack for each target it hits. We're not playing it with this pack leader build actually, but yeah, it's it's good. I think they also, yeah, no, they've still made it so you have to have a pack tip of the spear before you press it, because it increases additionally by 15%. So that's nice, and that makes it so if you press it and it takes 3 targets, you will get 3 stacks of tip of the spear. So that's nice. It's easy way to get 3 stacks. And Grenade Juggler, I think this is this one, has been updated. Now empowers your next kill command to deal... No, I was reading wrong. Grenade Juggler has been updated. Now resets the cooldown of explosive shot instead of automatically firing it. I think that's good. Seems like a decent change. And then developer note, by allowing you to manually fire explosive shot, we can open up this talent's ability to synergize with existing effect, like Grenade Juggler's own cooldown reduction, while also eliminating some frustrating edge cases. Right, good. And then, of course, because of the redesign of Butchery, we have Butchery damage increased by 50%. Butchery no longer has the charges, and its cooldown has been has been increased to 15 seconds. Fear of the Eagle damage increased by 25%, and the Fear of the Eagle channel time reduced to 3 seconds, was 4 seconds. Slight, it doesn't really matter. And Fury of the Eagle now consumes a stack of Tip of the Spear when the channel begins, and the damage bonus will persist for the duration of the channel, which is very good. It was very wonky before, actually, because I played it a little bit on like an outdoor build. If you used Fear of the Eagle with a Tip of the Spear stack, it took the stack, but I think it only used it at the last hit. It was very weird. So I'm glad they changed that, and it starts from the beginning, and you get all the bonuses for all the hits that you do. Kill command resets no longer reduce the cooldown of Fear of the Eagle, which is nice. Or, I mean, it would be OP if it did that. Tip of the Spear's consumption grace period has been reduced to 0.3 seconds, was 0.7 seconds. What do they mean with grace period? Is it quicker to get stacks? I don't know. Relentless Primal Ferocity now grants 2 additional stack of Tip of the Spear, was 1. And which one is this one? Relentless Primal Ferocity. Relentless. Oh, it is this one. Okay. Where were we? Now grants 2 additional stack of Tip of the Spear, was 1. Ah, yeah. When you press kill command, you gained 2 stacks during that one, but now it generates 1. That's fine. I actually think we were overcapping on Tip of the Spear during the Relentless Primal Ferocity. So it's nice. I like it. Frenzy Strikes, Wildfire Bombs, cooldown reduction per target hit increased to 3 seconds, was 1 second. Frenzy Strikes, that's the... Oh. Yeah, this one. Butchery reduced the remaining cooldown on Wildfire Bombs by 3 seconds for each target hit, up to 5 seconds. 5 targets, sorry. So that's, I mean, a big pack. You get 15 seconds off every time you press Butchery, which is basically 1 stack of bomb every time. Very good. Killer Companion now increases kill commands damage by 10/20%. Was 5 to 10. Which is the... Don't know the names of any of this. Killer Companion. Kill command damage increased by 10%. Yes, so big buff to single target in raids. That's good. No, it's the wrong one. There we go. That's nice. And Bombardier's aura is now removed at more reasonable times. Bombardiers. Why can't I find anything? Yeah, it's this one. What do they mean? At a more reasonable time? It's now removed at more reasonable times. When you cast Coordinated Assault, you gain 2 charge of Wildfire Bombs. Yes. When it ends, Explosive Shot cooldown is reset and your next explode. It's the same, no? I don't know. Okay. Let's just move on. Spearhead's cast animation now blends with other animations. Ooh, that's nice. Isn't that basically saying it's off global cooldown, huh? Yes, it does. Spearhead will no longer go on cooldown if the pet is out of Range. Oh, that's good. Yeah, nice. Ranger and terms of engagement. I think that's over here sometime. Wow. Let's just read it. Have swapped positions in the. Oh, that's yeah. They swapped this one that gives you focus on your what's it called harpoon, and swap. It was over here, but they swapped it there with ranger, which was yeah the other position, which I really like because now this one is not necessary to get into Bloodseeker. Before we had to go over here to get Bloodseeker. Now we can actually use a decent one, Ranger. I mean, this one is a good talent that you want to have, but before it was kind of like, we have to take this one just to get the Bloodseeker one. So I'm glad that they swapped that because I don't personally even like terms of engagement because there's so many cases, especially now in War Within, like a Dawnbreaker, the last boss. If you harpoon it, you go off the boat. I mean, it's such a bad interaction with a boss, and that happens a lot over the course of many dungeons and raids. So I'm glad that I don't have to use terms of engagement to get more focus. Instead, I can focus on just staying. I mean, you can use harpoon as it's more intended, I would say. It's a mobility thing that you use to get to other places, not something you have to rotate in to get more focus. So I like that one. Harpoon will now find. Oh, just as I'm saying this. Harpoon will now find an appropriate destination during the Rashan's fight in the Dawnbreaker dungeon. Yes, thank you very much. You, the thing that I was just complaining about, you fixed it. Nice, good job. And pack leader. Howl of the pack now increase wildfire bombs by 20%. Wait. Howl of the pack. That's actually insane. 20% of the bombs on bombs. Sheesh. That's quite nice. Wild attack now increase the damage of Raptor Mongol Strike. Yeah, by 20%. That's this one, right? Yes. Pretty good. So we actually have a lot more single target and AoE with this one. I mean, bombs is also single target, but a lot of just passive damage now in the pack leader. I think this one was like 2-3% before, which wasn't enough. Now it is. So that's very nice. Let's get back. And the last one, Symphonic Arsenal damage increased by 200%. Sheesh. That's nice. Alright, some update to that. Yeah, that was the patch notes. Very nice. As I said, a lot of good changes happening that makes it so pack leader is now viable with this stuff that increased damage, and of course the more now interactions with you can go down here to Fear of the Eagle and stuff like that. So yeah, overall a very positive change, I would say. And I personally really like that pack leader is now a thing because Sentinel is good, but it's also very boring. And if the tank moves, you're kind of screwed, and that is not fun at all. So I'm happy. I'm very happy. I can't wait to play this build. I will of course try the other one because there is, as we move on to the build sections, there is 2 builds that you can play. Either this one where you take, I would say the most notable change here is that you don't go flanking strike and exposed flank, and you also remove sulfur lind pockets to gain. Also, I think you have to take this one too, right? Reapplying Serpent Sting applies it to more targets. 2 more targets. Instead, with taking these ones away, you get Sikkim, because that's very good with this one, but you also go the full 3 down with Fury of the Eagle, which I'm very hyped about. I think Fury of the Eagle is like the survival hunter spell, really. Like nothing really comes close to it. I mean, kill command, is like it's still BM has it, and same with like explosive shots. While we're pumping out a lot of explosive shots now, it's still viable for all three specs, so it's not really a survival thing. But bombs and butchery and Fury of the Eagle is like so integrated into the spec, so I'm glad that they've changed it so this talent is now viable to play with. And of course, the main beast here to go between Sentinel and Pack Leader. Before it was you play Sentinel, that's all you do, because Pack Leader is garbage. Now it seems like you can play both. So let's go through Pack Leader a little bit. So, Vicious Hunt. Kill command prepares you to viciously attack in coordination with your pet, dealing an additional physical damage with your next kill command. So, more damage on your kill commands, making it even stronger, and I think that's a nice integration to our spec where kill command actually plays a big role, even now with updated things. We use it a lot to get the tip of the spear stacks, and you have bleeds on it, and yeah, we press it a lot, so why not make it very powerful as well? Then we have pack coordination. Attacking with Vicious Hunt instructs your pet to strike with their basic attack alongside your next raptor strike. Very good too. I mean, just basic more damage. Howl of the Pack. Your pet's basic attack critical strikes increase your critical strike damage by 11% for 8 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Wildfire bomb damage is increased by 20%. Very good. I can totally see that critical strike will be even better now. And I believe the change will be that with Sentinel, you play Master is the biggest stat and then crit. But here I can even see that crit is even better than Mastery, so you want a lot of crit. So that's going to be spicy for sure. A little bit change of gear you pick, of course. Wild attacks. Every third pet basic attack is a guaranteed critical strike, with damage further increased by critical strike chance. That's also a very good interaction with crit, which makes it so we want more crit. And of course, Raptor Strike's damage is increased by 20%. Dense recovery, and that's basically making it better with all our defensive, which I really like. Cornered prey, disengage, increase the range of all your attacks. Pretty good too. I like it. Frenzied Tiered, your pet's basic attack has a 20% chance to reset the cooldown and cause your kill command to strike a second time for 30% of normal damage. More basic attacks, and of course cause kill command to strike a second time, which makes a lot of damage with kill command. Here we are going Furious Assault, consuming Frenzied Tear, this one, and that's the extra kill command damage. Has a 50% chance to reduce your cost of your next Raptor Strike by 100% and deal 60% more damage. So you can have a nice interaction with 3 Raptor Strikes. So a good single target too. And we're not going Beast of Opportunity. Coordinated Assault calls on the pack, summoning a pet from your stable. I don't think that's... It's a BM talent, basically. Not for us. Cull of the Herd. Kill shot deals an additional 60% damage over 6 seconds and increase the bleed damage you and your pet deals to the target by 25%. This one is very good combined with butchery. So you want to do a kill shot and then a butchery, because then you get more damage. Nej, jag kan inte. Wait 1 second. So I'm back. Sorry, my brother interrupted me. We were talking about Call of the Herd. Killshot deals more damage, of course. So you want to use Killshot and then Butchery to increase the bleed that you already do with Merciless Blows. Very nice. And then Covering Fire, while Firebomb reduces the cooldown of Butchery by 2 seconds. Which is also, I mean, depending on how much... Oh yeah, it's bombs. So yeah, I mean, you can probably lower it by 6 seconds for sure. 3 bombs between, if you're lucky. So that's a huge one. I mean, 2 seconds is a lot for being the bombs. And then we have Pack Assault. Vicious Hunt and Pack Coordination now stack and applies twice and are always active during coordinated assault. That's the let's see where the Pack Coordination is. This one. Attacking with Vicious Hunt instructs your pet to strike with their basic attack alongside your next Raptor strike. So that's gonna happen every time. And apply twice. And then, of course, this one. So making it deal more damage. Which is why with Pack Leader you go the 2-minute one. Because then, dude, the burst is gonna be, I think it's gonna be insane actually. It looks very promising. A lot of stuff that coordinates into each other. Right, moving on to M+ with Sentinel. Here we do a little bit of a change. Since we're not really combining so much that makes coordinated assault super big, we go into the 1-minute CD again. And we actually don't go Ruthless Marauder, and we don't go Sikkim, because we don't really have the Pack Leader kind of makes it so that Sikkim becomes better. So instead, you actually want to go Flanking Strike combined with Exposed Flank. I mean, both are very similar in a way. You basically just gain Flanking Strike back, and you have your old Sentinel as usual. I'm not gonna go through that. But as they mentioned, there was what did we talk about earlier? No, not this one. Oh, I removed it. Yes. Patch notes. Let's see. As they mentioned over here. Symphotic Arsenal damage increased by 200%. And I think that one is... This one. Multi-shot and Butchery discharge. Yeah. Since we don't have 3 stacks on Butchery, this one it will not happen as often. It's basically, if you do Butchery, you do AoE on targets that have Sentinel stacks on them. So instead, while you do Butchery, it does way more damage, which is, I mean, a good change. It's a must-have. They couldn't have left it, basically, because that one would be useless otherwise. So it's a nice change, and I think the 200 damage pretty much puts it on the same damage as before, because if you do 3 stacks after one another, it's gonna do a lot of damage to Symphotic Arsenal. So yeah, you either play this build or you play this build. I can't say for sure which one is the best. I haven't simmed it a lot, and while sims tell one story, I still believe that the feeling of the spec is very important, and also what you can perform with. Because I mean, if you can't perform at optimal level, why play the certain spec or like the talent tree when you can go for a simpler one that makes you actually do more damage? And I, for one, even though I've played tons of survival, I think Pack Leader is the one that I can keep up more with compared to Sentinel, because Sentinel is I'm gonna say it, clunky. With the aspect that it's once you place a bomb and you put the owl on the floor, you're stuck there, right? And if you ever played one dungeon, you know that the tank moves a lot. It just happens to be, and some you always lose some damage with it, and it's also very annoying to hold on your bombs for like 8 seconds before the tank actually stands still. You don't want to do that. I mean, you have to do it sometimes, but it's annoying to do it. So, yeah, I hope that covered everything. I've seen that now with the, especially the pack leader, that's tree. I've seen that trinkets such as the empowering crystal from Dawnbreaker is actually now BIS compared with Guardian's Grace. Also, yeah, I got a mythic Guardian's Grace this week. Pretty hyped about that. But let's show it to you. This trinket is now very good. I think that's why, since crit is now also very good and mastery as well, and you want the haste also to proc sometimes, I think it can be really good. Sack Blood, the one I'm using, is still, of course, still very good. But compared to the Sentinel build, where Sack Blood might be the top damage one, no, I'm lying now. Actually, the Void Reaper's contract from the raid is considered best. For some, I mean, it all depends, but it's considered pretty good. And it's let's this one. Your abilities have a high chance to summon a Phantom Ethereal, dealing damage to your target and all other enemies. So passive AoE damage, I think it's quite good, but I think it combines. The stat is better with Pack Leader. That's why they're going with the Dawnbreaker trinket. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if I was a bit long with it. We have now gone on for over half an hour, but it was a lot to go through, and I don't want to leave anything out. So I can cover all of this for you now, so you have something to, at least someone to show this to you now in the beginning of this new patch, or like smaller update to Survival Hunters. And I hope you will enjoy it. I'm for sure I'm hoping that this pack leader build is gonna be very fun and a little bit more chill. Oh, I don't know if chill, but it looks very fun on paper with Fury of the Eagle and the 2-minute CD, and pack leader being what it is, a pretty passive and just powerful hero talent now. So I'm looking forward to do some new keys with this one. And yeah, if you liked it, of course, subscribe, like the video, comment what you think about this. And do you think Sentinel is bad? Do you think it's good? Do you like that pack leader is now a thing? And yeah, tell me about the patch notes. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and maybe you have something big brain that I have missed with these builds that you wanna show to the world. So yeah, see you in the next one, and I hope you have a nice evening, day, morning, whatever you are in the world. Bye bye.